Ladies and jellyfish, welcome back to A.S.K. You guys really loved my last Hulk video, so today I'm jumping back into the scariest moments from the animated world, part 2. Think of this as number 10 to number 6, while the last video was number 5 to number 1. Admittedly, some of these are probably scarier than the previous 5, but we're just going to treat this as its own standalone list. And before we start, I make a lot of animation videos, including on Spider-Man, Batman, Ben 10, and TMNT, so if you like that kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe to the channel to help me out. It might even entice me to make a part 3. Let's just jump right into this. So immediately, I realized after uploading that Earth's Mightiest Heroes had a way cooler fight between the Hulk and a bad guy, and it wasn't Absorber Man. Graviton kicks Hulk's ass in this episode, and Hulk fights back like an absolute legend. From the start, Hulk's...
You sure about that?
lets Graviton know that he's no longer the big dog in town. He mid-air punches him headfirst into a loading dock as the thousands of crates go absolutely everywhere. I think this location was absolutely perfect to pin Graviton's abilities at full force against the big green giant. At first, Hulk throws him around a bit, until Graviton builds a moat around himself as he pushes Hulk into the hard rock. As the Avengers get crushed under the gravitational might one by one, Hulk pushes through it despite the immense pressure, and actually manages to stand up against the force. This shot really puts it into perspective. It's Hulk against the world here, and Graviton really just lets him have it, dude. Bro drops the world on Hulk once again, before creating a giant tornado of metal crates spinning around him. Hulk still perseveres through this, walking on rock that literally gets crushed under his weight. Graviton realizes Hulk is about to absolutely pummel him, so he stops the tornado and throws all the crates at Hulk. Hulk gets crushed under the weight of a billion metal box crates, but leaps through them and grabs Graviton mid-air, pummeling him deep into the ground. This deactivates his powers, which frees the rest of the Avengers from being Flat Stanley. Graviton throws Hulk into the air and channels the crates at him once again, but now the freed Avengers help Hulk to his surprise. You guys liked my Ben 10 references last time. Well, some of you. So here's more. Giant Man and Thor grav-attack his Lodestar and really put Graviton in his place. Without Hulk's insane strength and will, they would not have been able to put the bad guy down as quick as they did. This is so apparent that when the military comes to grab Hulk, the Avengers actually stand in their way and call Hulk a hero. Yeah, a big green indestructible hero who went up against a living planet. Getting Thor to give him a hug is a pretty scary feat in and of itself. Dude, I'm starting to love Sam Liu's work from all the Hulk verses and Planet Hulk. This movie features Hulk in 3 unleashed and menacing forms. First, we have regular Hulk, when he's still linked with Bruce Banner. Then Loki separates them and inserts his own control within Hulk's rogue body, creating the Hulk-Loki hybrid that largely goes after Thor with this freaky evil genius voice. And lastly, after Loki gets juiced up a little too much on his own elixir of hubris, he loses control of Hulk, and like the 96 show episode we tackled last time, Hulk is now completely free, set on a path of death and destruction. All 3 versions of Hulk shown in this movie are scary and terrifying in their own right. Starting with Banner Hulk, he has one of the sickest transformations we've seen yet, as Loki and Amora piss him off to the point of unleashing the beast within. Damn, that skin color shift happened almost instantly, didn't it? This Hulk has some scary shrieking, but is ultimately defeated by Amora's spell, and separated from Banner in a display of soul-binding magic. Before Free Hulk can destroy Banner, Loki binds himself within Hulk's brain and controls his body with his own. This is when it turns into a personal bloodlust for the revenge spree against Thor. This Hulk does not mess around. He shows zero mercy against the guards of Asgard, and begins fighting Thor.
Why have you come here?
Why, to kill you, of course, dear stepbrother.
Okay, that voice may actually be freakier than seeing Hulk's regular shrieking. It starts off as a pretty one-sided fight until Thor gets the upper hand. I mean, he lands some shots. I don't know if that means he got the upper hand, considering he hit Hulk on the side of the head with Mjolnir and still had basically no effect. This fight lasts until Loki-controlled Hulk knocks Thor through 10 stories of rock and tries to pick up Mjolnir, but he can't. He's not worthy. Thor picks it up and literally brings the lightning down on Hulk, electrocuting the crap out of him. This shatters the spell and frees Hulk from Loki's dirty hands.
It is rage incarnate. It has shattered the spell. The Hulk is free.
That's scarier than anything thus far, and it wasn't even Hulk that said it.
Will thou yield, Loki?
Damn, what's with all these animated movies and putting the most freaky and horrifying yells when someone gets hit bad? Reminded me of that Giant Man clip for a second. Did Bro get his kneecap shot or something? How hard could he hit your hand, dude? This Hulk becomes even more powerful and savage than under Loki's control, and doesn't take a single hit from Thor. He just goes full Omni-Man on this dude, on the same mountainside too, I think. He even flies away in the same way too, dude. He becomes so powerful that Thor and Loki team up by the end just to stop this rogue beast. He actually puts up a fight with both of them pretty well, pummeling Thor again like he's a piñata. Even Loki's magic isn't enough to stop him, and he holds them both like ragdolls, ready to end them both, until Banner does the most courageous thing and throws himself against the Hulk and binds himself back, ending the whole thing and reverting back to human. Even Thor admits that Banner is the most brave and powerful one among them, and that's no joke when you're up against a beast like this Hulk. The Hulk was shown in 3 different variations, each one more terrifying than the last. How ironic that it took Banner to stop the most horrific one, even when Thor and Loki teaming up wasn't enough to put him down. Last time we went over the time Hulk destroyed the Avengers, almost unscathed. This time let's go over the time he nearly killed the Fantastic Four. For that we have to go back to the widely ignored but pretty awesome Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes from 2006. In the episode Hard Knocks, Bruce Banner comes to visit Reed, aka Mr. Fantastic, and turns into the Hulk, beating the crap out of him and leading a rampage through New York the team have to contain. The team here treats him as an urban legend.
The Hulk! I thought he was like Bigfoot or something!
And is surprised to see the real Hulk rampaging through their stuff. This featured probably one of, if not the best fight scenes between the Hulk and the Thing, as Hulk literally double punches the Thing into the ground as pieces of rock come flying up. All we see is his hand reaching up. Dude, that is crazy. We should have known that this was going to happen when Hulk made this freaky face. Tell me there's something scarier than this looking at you from 2 inches away. Johnny mocks Hulk until Hulk literally grabs his flaming ass and throws him like he's not even hot. Ben jumps back into action, slamming Hulk through the wall and falling down the skyscraper. Hulk isn't even fazed by this.
Hulk smash, stupid orange rock man. No one is stronger than Hulk!
Dude, if I was the Thing, I'd just accept my fate at this point. No one is stopping this Hulk. Throwing Ben around despite his massive rock mass, and knocking out Johnny with a fire hydrant and nearly stepping on him for good. Invisible Woman comes the closest to finishing Hulk as she basically suffocates him with a shield bubble, until Hulk breaks through and knocks her down. Mr. Fantastic wraps around him, which doesn't really do much, but it allows him to put some machine antidote thing on Hulk's head, which reverts him back to Banner pretty quickly. But let's be honest, the Hulk was absolutely insane. He threw around the Fantastic Four pretty damn easily, and would have definitely won if it wasn't for the antidote machine thing that Reed put on him. That's where his official fight with the Fantastic Four ends, but later in the episode, he has a transformation sequence that is just uncanny. Dude, that is terrifying. I love these cartoons for how they portray the horrifying transformation sequence, as we see this absolute beast come unleashed. And unleashed he becomes, as he runs away after this fight, and isn't seen again for a while. This episode portrayed Hulk very similarly to how he was shown in the '96 show we looked at in the last video, especially with the transformation sequence, the dichotomy between Hulk and Banner, and his uncontrollable savage portrayal. A little more unnecessary CGI in this version though. I don't know what exemplifies Hulk's Herculean power scaling ability than lifting the whole goddamn Manhattan Island single-handedly and still kicking the bad guy's ass. Let's back up a bit. In this season 1 episode of Avengers Assemble, the Avengers fight against the Atlanteans, led by their warlord, Dr. Atuma. Hey, can't blame me, they got the same voice actor.
You will address me as a tumor. I've spent years amassing my Atlantean army.
Hulk throughout the entire episode is just pissed off and ready to smash, and although he has moments where he snaps back to reality, he basically is just unleashed by the others, and often hurts the team by going too hard or putting them all in danger, like when he breaks the barrier holding a giant flood from taking New York. Kinda convenient that no other civilians were around the entire episode. That's neither here nor there. Hulk leaps into action, breaking through the barrier and nearly dooming them all, until he has the biggest brain moment out of all the Avengers and decides to go under the city of New York, underwater, and lift it.
I thought I'd seen everything.
Bro, Hulk is a big green legend here, with his arms looking absolutely jacked as he holds up the entire city's burden on his shoulders. How does he even hold his breath this long? While lifting probably the most weight he ever has, period. This has to be some power scaling nerd peak moment right here. But that's not the scary part. The scary part is when Atuma grabs Iron Man and Thor by their heads and holds them in front of Hulk to taunt him. He's pretty much unstoppable underwater compared to on land, and throws Tony and Thor around like they're nothing. He even breaks off Iron Man's mask, nearly drowning Tony under the water. This makes Hulk go absolutely feral, giving him the yellowing red eyes, green glow, and a growl I can't even describe. He rips off a boulder from the rock above him with his bare hands, and whips them at Atuma, knocking his ass down bad. He throws Iron Man and Thor up into the air and lifts the city higher than ever, which drains all the flooded water back into the ocean. Tony suggests that they all go back underwater to help Hulk with Atuma, and then Hulk sends him up seconds later, as he whips Atuma out of his natural habitat like a little puppy. This Hulk is absolutely OP, dude. Going underwater for 5 minutes, lifting the entire Manhattan Island, which ChatGPT says is about 2.5 trillion pounds, saving Thor Thor and Iron Man, and kicking the ass of Atuma royally in his own domain, just to finish it off here by going full rage mode with the bright red and orange eyes, green aura, and loud shrieking as he lands a fist crushing Atuma into the concrete. This was absolutely menacing, and the Hulk was probably at his absolute strongest we've ever seen on this channel. The Whole Planet Hulk is a pretty violent movie, filled with a lot of Hulk rage. Hulk is basically unstoppable in this movie, and is never really defeated or even challenged. He runs through every bad guy he's up against in the Gladiator ring, and comes back for more. There was only one scene that was an exception to that rule though, and that was Beta Ray Bill. The big green M&M fights the freaking king like it's nothing, so how come Beta Ray Bill stands such a chance against Hulk? One by one, Bill beats the crap out of the other fighters, and at first actually scares Hulk a bit when he breaks his sword with just the defense.
One of us must die. You have my sympathy, because it will not be me!
Damn, that's cold. Nice voice acting there for sure, but he's got no idea what Hulk's about to unleash on his sorry butt. Hulk lands a huge punch to his face, making everyone in the arena question the true champion in Sakaar. You gotta love Hulk's simple design here with the red beady eyes. He throws some daggers at Beta Bill, landing one on his chest disc and freeing him, but Hulk is now ready to unleash his inner beast. He's not interested in Bill's freedom at this stage. He punches him so hard that Bill goes flying across the arena, as Hulk lands gruesomely on him, pummeling him into the hard rock below. He continues punching and punching Beta Ray Bill's face over and over, as blood splatters everywhere and his face begins to become disfigured. Even the crowd is freaked out here, as Hulk's ferocity and inhumane savagery is unleashed. You can see it in his eyes here, as there's nothing holding him back, as he destroys his opponent's face. Someone who, until 2 minutes earlier, was the unbeatable champion of this whole planet. His own teammates have to stop him from murdering Beta Ray Bill, which this Hulk absolutely would have done if it was left to his own savage devices. Despite all the cruelty and terrifying menace from Hulk's side, Beta Ray later pays him respect and saves him from the king, even offering to take him back home to Earth.
I can take you home.
Earth is no home of mine.
Damn shame. Props to Beta Ray for respecting the dude who nearly just put him in the dirt though, even when he didn't need to. Real recognizes real, I guess. Regardless though, this is probably Hulk at his most uncaring and cruel, which is one of the scariest aspects of this Brute character. And that was the second edition of the top 5 scariest animated Hulk moments. What do you think? Are my rankings off? And are there potentially other animated Hulk moments I missed yet again? Maybe I'll make a part 3 if you guys want it enough. Let me know all your thoughts on these 5 Hulk iterations in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe with the bell to see more of my antics. I'll see you guys in the next one.